Hi everyone, Nadine from Affordable Staff here with Steve from FrontStream. Hi Steve.
Hey Nadine.
These guys are located in Melbourne and we're going to talk about outsourcing and Steve's experience with his outsourced virtual assistant. But first, Steve, tell us a little bit about FrontStream.
Hey, thanks Nadine. So FrontStream, we're a technology company. We're experts in online fundraising, and we've been here in Australia since 2007. We're a US company, but here in Melbourne, we cover Australia and New Zealand. And we've got a lot of pretty big deal clients in the charity sector. So you might have heard of Cancer Council, Leukemia Foundation. We do runs, walks and swims like World's Greatest Shave. So that's the kind of thing we it's pretty cool because we enable charities to raise money through online fundraising. So it's a feel-good business.
Very feel-good. I love it. I'll just ask you a couple of questions I've got here on my laptop.
Cool.
Why did you decide to outsource?
A couple of factors. One was at the time that we kind of got involved with you guys, which is about, how long? A year ago, I think a year and a half. I was looking for some solutions around reception, admin, that sort of thing. And at the time, my budget had taken a bit of a hit. So I was kind of looking for something a bit innovative, a new solution. So that's really why I approached you guys originally, and I thought I'd have a chat and see if it worked for me.
So somewhere that you can get the same work done effectively for a bit of a better price.
Yeah, so price was
better price.
Price was definitely an issue for us, and so that was one thing I was looking for. But also, importantly for us was we needed it to work. We needed to be able to trust that it was going to work well and deliver for us.
Yeah. So do you find that trust is a bit of a factor when you're outsourcing out of country?
Absolutely. For us, remember we're talking to some of our clients at Tier 1 charities across Australia and New Zealand, and particularly because we're looking at reception. And by the way, Jo is just absolutely awesome. She's been with us for a year now. That role is so crucial because it's a first touch point for a lot of our huge clients into the organisation. So we needed a high level of professionalism. We needed to be able to trust that she's going to be there and say the right things. So absolutely crucial.
Yeah. And how's that working for you with your outsourced receptionist?
Absolutely brilliant. So Jo is really part of our team.
Right.
Whenever we do team meetings, we've got her on the phone or on Skype as part of it. So for us, it's really important. We're a small team. We've got, including Jo, 11 staff now. And so when we do team meetings, we definitely include her.
Yeah. It's always good to include your team member as a part of the team. I always find that you get a lot more out of your team member when they feel like they're a part of something larger.
Yeah, that's right. And I think we're being very deliberate about that, including her. And I think that is really important actually with virtual assistants, that they feel connected and then I think that probably helps them have some drive in what they're doing as well. So it's not some disembodied presence.
Exactly, any staff member, whether they're in country or not, always needs to feel that sense of connection. Yeah. So why did you actually choose us?
I've got some really good reasons for that. One of the main ones was that the idea of virtual assistants is brilliant in theory, but the idea of trying to find one, then trying to find one that's reliable. I'd read, like everyone else, the 4-Hour Work Week, Tim Ferriss, and he's got everything that's virtual. His whole life is like set up that way. But I didn't have the time to look for someone. I just didn't know where to start. And then importantly for me, the reason why we chose you guys is because you're actually based in Australia. So for me, that was also a reliability factor. And the fact that I found out that you guys have got your own building, you've got supervisors, you've actually got power to the building, you've got internet. Really important decisions for us as a business because as you can imagine, I had this image of virtual assistants, which is a really great service, but maybe in a village where, which is cool, but where there might be not reliable internet or what, and supervision,
or
and
there could
those
be
sorts of
roosters
things.
crowing in the background.
Exactly
if they're
right.
working from home, very professional.
Exactly.
when you answer a call in that manner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So all of those factors mean, and because you guys are based in Brisbane, and that you actually, I found out that you go over to the office a lot and just check everything's fine. So that was what it was for us. That's why we went with you guys.
Oh, cool. Well, just on that point, we actually have an incorporated business in the Philippines, which means any agreements like a non-disclosure agreement or an employment agreement actually can be executed in country.
Right.
So a lot of outsourcing companies you just need to be wary of would be, they may not have a presence in country, which means anything that's signed is really a waste of paper.
Right.
If you don't have an in-country
That
entity.
actually makes a lot of sense. And for us, again, we're a technology business. We have PCI level 1 security in terms of credit card handling. All those sort of reputational issues are crucial for us. So dealing with an Australian entity actually became a no-brainer for us. It was like, that was the reassurance. We probably wouldn't have gone with virtual assistants otherwise.
Well, I'm glad to know that we've actually helped you out there.
No worries.
So what limitations have you found in outsourcing? If any. I know they can't bring you a cup of coffee.
That's right.
Which is always a bit of a bummer.
Yeah. I don't think I'd talk about limitations so much as here's a positive limitation.
Okay.
Joe's so damn efficient that my limitation is I'm always going, right, I'll pile her up with work, and then she kind of does it so well, I've got to find some more work. So that's why I'm constantly on the...
That's an excellent asset to have.
There you go. That was a bit brown-nosing, but anyway.
Oh, that's all right. We find that too sometimes. Like, our staff are very efficient. And because they don't have the downtime of losing internet or power, you can actually come across that quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's like having somebody work in the office right next door to you.
Yep.
Yeah, and you just talk to them remotely via, Zoom or via Skype or via a phone call.
Yeah, well, we've sort of set, I'm sure all your clients set up in different ways. We've set up our processes, and it's Trello boards, and it's Skype messages and email. We set up an email under our banner for Joe, and all our phones are routed straight. She answers them and then distributes back to
on your PABX
us.
system.
Yeah, so we've got Bria set up.
Cool.
So it's all very high tech and very cool.
Technology driven. I love it. So a couple more questions. What does your industry think about outsourcing?
Yeah, that's a bit of a hard one. I think probably in terms of outsourcing, I think probably some of the other suppliers are using outsourced staff.
It's becoming an accepted thing.
Yeah, a lot of kind of not so much what in the kind of particular area we're in, but I know that, for example, in fundraising, a lot of charities employ suppliers that have call centres or those sorts of things. So because, for example, good practice in fundraising is if someone makes a donation or they're regular givers, you should acknowledge them through a phone call. So often charities employ call centres. So in that case, I think that's where the industry is kind of starting to grow into virtual assistants.
With a bit of communications stuff.
Exactly, that sort of donor management, donor connection stuff.
Okay, cool. What would you say to a business who's actually looking at outsourcing for the first time?
I would say a couple of things. I think you really need to know why you are going to employ a virtual assistant. You have to be quite specific and have enough tasks before you get into it. But the other thing is, I think we found with you guys was that we could give it a go for a month. We weren't tied into some onerous, unbreakable contract. So for us, it was like, let's give it a go. So
it was good to actually, it was good to know that you could try it without having a 2-year contract that you're stuck in if you didn't like it.
Absolutely, what you said.
And, a part of what will cover that is actually our guarantee that if the person isn't the right person, we will replace them for you without any additional charges. So that's kind of another backup as well, because you don't actually have to go, I just want to be out altogether.
Yep, absolutely.
You can just say, this isn't the right person, like you would with any employment. Yeah.
Yep. So far so good. It's worked really well. And on Joe's 12-month anniversary, we paid for a pizza party.
It was. The staff loved it.
That's good. I know Joe was talking about it for ages afterwards. So that was kind of nice. So,
Okay, very cool. Is there anything else you wanted to say just in general about what your experience is with us and with outsourcing? Or
I'd just say it's like really been worthwhile for us. It's really enhanced our business. It's easy to administer. It's actually affordable. It actually is. So for us, it's been a no-brainer. Really had a great experience.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Steve. I really appreciate you telling us a little bit about your experience with outsourcing and your experience with us as a company. So
no worries. Thanks for looking after us as a client. It's been brilliant. So thank you very much.
Thank you. We're very happy about it.
Cool.
Lots of thanks.